basically, what we are seeing is the Fed not able to do anything but continue to pound the bond market, collapse institutions, through, that kind of paper across the world. They don't have a choice, because if they reverse course and they allow stimulus or easy monetary policy to come back into the mix, you will see a Venezuelan type reaction to our currency. It will become not worth less. And I don't want to say that it would ever be Venezuelan currency, but I do say that you would get this sense from everyone in the world that the United States is not serious about getting their monetary policy under control, and our money would seriously depreciate very quickly. On the other hand, if they do what they are doing, which is the course I told you 4 or 5 podcasts back, I said, I will tell you what the Fed will do. They will have no choice. And this is exactly what Powell's doing. On the other hand, he's being very, very, very hawkish. And he's letting the world know we care about the strength of the dollar. And he's going to keep raising, even though that will just decimate bond and equity markets. It is, for now, temporarily keeping the dollar strong. That is the one snap. The snap of the dollar will be the domino where the collapse will then come. And that is the snap that we are waiting on, that we expect. Any event, by the way, it doesn't have to be an economic event. Any event could trigger this. There's about 1,000 events that I know that are literally floating in the atmosphere that could be pulled down at any one time. Military events, this Russian escalation verbiage-wise, obviously very concerning. Lots of things going on with China. Those are the military kind of events. Obviously, Iran, Turkey, Israel, those are all of the Middle East is always an issue. We're on top. Those are all military things that could cause any escalation, could cause easily an immediate reaction. But beyond the military, any economic data, we wait with bated breath when the Fed, is going to announce a new interest rate hike. We wait with bated breath to get the minutes to see if they're dovish or hawkish. You got to stop yourself and ask yourself, what kind of situation have we gotten ourselves into globally when the market can literally, and this has happened so often in the last 28 months, I can't even tell you, where the Fed comes out and makes a statement, or even just a Fed president from one of the Fed branches makes a statement, and the market literally swings from green to red or red to green. And we have a whipsaw day where we completely end up a different way than from when we started, just because of the notes and comments from the Fed. This tells you how much of our markets rely on central bank policy, which should be obvious to you at that point that we need to divorce central bank policy from our markets. Our markets have enjoyed, let's be honest, our markets have enjoyed easy money, easy credit, credit requirements since 2008. We've had we've had basically a 0 to 25 basis point Fed funds rate. We've had extremely low cost of capital for corporations. We've had super low mortgage rates and car loans for individuals. We've had everything so cheap, and we've had such low inflation for such a long period of time. If you think about it, really, I'd say 13, almost 14 years, from 2008 fast forward to 2022. That's a 14-year period. We definitely have inflation this year, last year. So we've got 12 and a half years of low inflation, and coronavirus just pushed us over the edge. But I want to be clear, MMT doesn't work even if it's a slow death. Coronavirus put the fiat system over the edge, and it's on the verge and it will collapse. That is a foregone conclusion. That will happen. I would bet every last penny and all my kids on it. It is going to happen. Mark my words. However, it would have happened eventually, even in the absence of coronavirus. It would have just been more of a slow, painful death. This is going to be a very fast death, and it's going to make America have to figure out what we're going to do as an alternative. The alternative, of course, as I've been telling you, is not the central bank great reset that everybody says is coming, which is going to come, just not the way they expect. What I see is a multipolarity world where Russia, China, the BRICS nations really pull around probably half the country, half the world, half the globe, or more. Saudi Arabia is a really key player here, but they will have a new reserve, and their new reserve will be based on hard assets, gold, silver, and rare earth minerals. And therefore, we will be forced in the West, including Europe, to go back to a hard asset-backed currency system. Again, it will happen. It is happening. It is coming. It is coming as we speak.